Rap beef! What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And before I get into this track review, I just want to say that I'm very close to 5,000 subscribers. And once I hit that, I want to do an FAQ video. So make sure you get your questions in. You can ask me about music, my personal life, video games, wrestling, I don't care. Whatever you want to ask me, I'll do my best to answer all your questions. But what I have for you boys and girls today is my track review for Drake's new diss track, Charged Up. Now, as everybody knows by now, Meek Mill and Drake have been in some beef over Meek accusing Drake of using a ghostwriter. Although, based on all the information I've seen, and maybe I haven't seen it all, I don't completely believe in that. Now, don't get me wrong, Quentin Miller definitely contributed to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. And he's listed in the credits, so it's not like that's a secret. I just think some people are getting carried away with this ghostwriting shit and trying to say that Drake hasn't written any of his stuff, which if you ask me, is just ridiculous. And really, a lot of rappers out there have people in the studio who they bounce ideas off of, who help them out with things, etc., etc. But we have heard some reference tracks from Quentin Miller, who himself said that he didn't ghostwrite for Drake. So all this shit is kind of up in the air and you can make of it whatever you want to think. But I just think Drake has people who help him out sometimes in the studio. I don't think someone is writing all of his shit line for line. But that could be a whole other video, and feel free to let me know what you think about that in the comment section. But anyway, I found this track kind of funny because it's called Charged Up. But Drake really isn't charged up at all in this track. He's just spitting in his usual slow, smooth style over some minimalistic production. Which I know, that's what Drake does. I don't think anyone really expected him to come out swinging on this track. Although it would have been nice. He also doesn't say Meek Mill's name on this track, but it's very clear that that's who this is aimed at, and he doesn't really leave it for you to just guess, because you can just tell by the lines that he's saying, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I just want to say that myself, personally, I really like those vicious diss tracks where you listen to the shit and you almost feel uncomfortable and like somebody might die over the shit. Not that you want them to die over it, but you want the disses to be so vicious and nasty that you're like, oh shit. Kind of like on Hit 'Em Up, when Tupac started the song off basically by saying, Biggie is a fat motherfucker, he fucked his wife, fuck your clique, and then he went into all kinds of other crazy shit. He just was not playing around on that track, and he was ruthless. And you could also take a look at Corrupt's track calling out names, where he says motherfuck D, motherfuck M, only X I know is Exhibit and RBX, among a bunch of other crazy diss tracks out there that are good. So again, feel free to let me know in the comment section what some of your favorite diss tracks are. But let's get back to this track. I'm just getting off track all over the place and letting myself free flow a little bit in this video. Like I said, I don't think we expected Drake to come out and be all vicious. And to me, I thought this was just Drake throwing a couple jabs at Meek to see how he reacts and see how serious the shit really is. Now the first verse starts off by Drake saying that he's flattered over Meek Mill's accusations. And Drake also says that he expected something like this to pop up because people like to Easter egg hunt. Or in other words, people like to go out of their way to dig up some dirt on somebody so they can talk shit and make fun of them. But one of the best lines in this verse, though, is when Drake says that no woman has ever had him starstruck and has been able to tell him to step his bars up. Which is kind of funny because I've seen people out there laughing and joking about how Nicki Minaj is the better rapper in her and Meek's relationship. And as far as being starstruck goes, I think Drake has pretty much admitted in the past to being starstruck by Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. Or he's at least said some things that could be taken in that way. But then in the second verse, Drake gets his brag on and says that he was able to get his whole team rollies off the strength of Thank Me Later. And he also says that he feels entitled because of the deal that he signed with Apple Music, which is some pretty clever wordplay because he didn't sign with Tidal, and entitled sounds like Tidal. One of the absolute best blows on this track, though, if you ask me, is when Drake says, rumor has it I either fucked her or I never could, but rumor hasn't done you niggas any good. I just thought that was a cool line because he throws a jab at Meek Mill over his relationship with Nicki Minaj just by putting a little bit of doubt in there like, maybe I fucked her, maybe I didn't. Shh. And then he says that rumors don't really mean much anyway, including the rumors about how Drake doesn't write his own shit. So like I said, this track doesn't seem like a full-on attack, but more of a let me just test the waters and see how serious this shit is type of thing. So I have it at a 3.5 out of 5. So now we just gotta sit back and see how this all escalates. So if we get some back and forth tracks going on here, I'll be sure to review those as well. And I expect that to happen because Meek Mill has definitely heard this song, as he took to Twitter after it dropped to say that it was baby lotion soft and that he could tell Drake wrote this one. So that's just what I thought about this song. Hit me up in the comments section to let me know what you think about it as well as this whole situation, and make sure you drop me some FAQ questions so that I can do a video when I hit 5,000 subscribers. And as usual, do all that other good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be watching this beef, so stay tuned.